good whatever time of day it is. Good future day if you're in Australia or some such magical place. Just figured I'd hop on here and say hi and just generally blather a bit. Doing one of the Unsafe at Any Speed streams. Came up into the fresh air after a long day at work where I didn't have time to really do a whole lot of looking at the news or doing anything other than, well, work. And I hear that Chris Christie has dropped out of the race to be nominated as the candidate for the Republicans. That's kind of tragic, and it's sort of a reflection of the bias and discrimination inherent in American society. I mean, who's going to be the voice of some slightly dim-witted fat guy now? I mean, we keep hearing about how, representation. Who's going to speak for my voting demographic? Who's going to speak for the stupid fat guy now? I guess once again, the only option that I have in the upcoming election, unless he also drops out, maybe he dropped out today for all I know, is voting for Afro-Man. And not the Afro-Man who is absolute retard, who runs around and does First Amendment audits, but the Afro-Man who is the songwriter and singer / rapper who announced his candidacy quite some time ago, and who, oh, for gosh sakes, I hate this hill so much, announced his candidacy for president some time ago and is still running as far as I'm aware. Afro-Man, as far as I can tell, is one of perhaps two candidates that I could see myself casting a vote for. As I've said many times, there's absolutely no way in hell that I could bring myself to vote for Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Those two guys are two sides of the same coin that's got run over by trains and flattened. Well, I guess that's basically it. It's really the only news I'm aware of today is Chris Christie quitting the campaign. Oh, well, yeah, and he said that he believes Nikki Haley will get, was it crushed or creamed, or whatever he said in the election. Well, probably because out of the candidates that are Republicans I'm aware of, Nikki Haley is the one that I'm most likely to vote for. Democrats, I thought I had a guy that looked like a good choice, but did a little more research, and now I'm not so sure. Robert Kennedy. I don't know. It's Afro-Man. He's still top of my list as far as candidates that I could vote for and not feel sick to my stomach. But we'll see what happens if he ends up on ballots or ends up on anywhere. And I see someone came in here. It's Carrie. Hey, Carrie. Welcome. I am once again endangering the public on I-5. Oh, speaking of the public on I-5, if you are out and about in western Washington, around in this Seattle area, north of Seattle, do not get on northbound I-5. there is currently a police investigation going on. Although, not much of an investigation. They're pretty sure that they know what happened. Basically, well, there's a lead up, but the bottom line is a guy got on the freeway and then shot himself. His intention, who is this? Someone, Welsh News Network. Hey, Dan. Howdy, howdy. Anyhow, the guy got on the freeway, northbound I-5, that's north of Seattle. Running from the cops, got on the freeway, and then shot himself. He was trying to shoot himself in the head. He put his gun up underneath his chin and was going to blow his brains out, but he had the angle wrong. And he ended up just blowing his jaw off. Part of his jaw is no longer there, but he's still alive. He's going to be fed intravenously for the next little while, but he's alive. So yes, don't go northbound on I-5 if you're going north of Seattle for the next couple hours, at least. If you're watching this Wednesday night, as I'm live streaming, or some other time close there too. But I hope everyone out there is watching this at least, is having a better day than that guy. And I hope you make better life choices for today, tomorrow, and going forward. Because running from the cops, that's stupid. Trying to commit suicide after running from the cops, that's stupider. And then failing to commit suicide and blowing half of your lower face off, that's just absolutely the top of stupid. Boo. Oh, boo is in being scary, okay. Or maybe boo is in boo. I don't know, you have to explain that, boo. Ah, that could be interpreted both ways. Anyhow, it's looking actually like, yeah, this trip home has gotten even more fun because now it's the left 3 lanes are closed, then the right 3 lanes are closed, so you're kind of going back and forth as you're traveling southbound on I-5. We watch chili, we make party, yeah, we make shitty choices. Yeah, okay, that is correct. Just watching Chilito is making shitty choices. Although, I made this joke at work about, Chris Christie's dropping out, and now there's no voice for the dim-witted fat guys. And a colleague said, well, you can throw your hat in the ring. And I laughed and said, well, even if I wanted to be a politician, there's absolutely no way in hell that I would get any traction because I have 30 years worth of history all over the internet and all over industry magazines and other places that would pretty much be trotted out and say, look how crazy this guy is. Look what an asshole he is. So yeah, I would never get anywhere in any kind of political scene or election. And I'm smart enough to recognize it. Unlike Chilito de Castro, who keeps talking about how he's going to run for governor and he's the leader of a massive movement and he's all political and stuff. Yeah, of course. Although, again, I keep trying to think that he's not as stupid as he sounds, but he's just playing to his audience, who are as stupid as he sounds, is the only kind of conclusion I can come to. Since he apparently still has an audience. I don't have an audience, or not much of one. I have you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. I really do appreciate you guys. So I'm not sure what that says. Well, what that says about you guys and me, I think probably is that we are high and above the hoi polloi and the average intellected out there. Yes, that shows my brilliance that I just used the word intellected. Whatever the hell that means. as stupid as he sounds. He's dumber. Yeah, Dan, that's probably correct. Although I am following in his footsteps. I just read the chat while driving behind a truck carrying gas, as in gasoline. At least I'm assuming it's gasoline. It's got a Shell logo on the side, and it's a tanker truck. So I should probably pay a little more attention to what's in front of me, like, you know, past the windscreen and the hood, or windshield, whatever. Especially since now I'm entering into where they're still doing actual, honest to God, road construction work. Although, wow, now it's really close to my exit. What if my exit is even open? Oh, I guess I'll find out. Let's see. Welsh says he will be something. You're my chief of staff. Okay, excellent. So long as you're not my my Secretary of Defense, or if you are, I'd pay closer attention. I mean, who the hell doesn't notice that their Secretary of Defense is absent from cabinet meetings for many, many days in a row, especially when there's multiple conflicts going on that have direct, impacts on the interests of the United States. And anyhow, wow, there's a milk truck. I guess I'll get behind the milk truck, because if I crash into that, at least I won't blow up. Wow, a gasoline truck and a milk truck side by side going down I-5 southbound. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. Oh. And the milk truck has Milky Way written on the back of it. That's pretty amusing. And he's not getting off of my exit. Aww. Alright, well, within a couple minutes... Oh, red light. Better stop. Let's see, I can look at the chat now. Okay, who is this saying been a while? I don't know. I can't see, too small. How you doing, man? Well, I'm doing fine. I'm looking at this on a cell phone, and I'm in my car, so I can't really see everything on the screen. Sorry I didn't notice that you were there, and hopefully you're still there, and I'm still doing fine, and thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to be losing signal in a second here, because there's always this place right near my house where the cell signal gets lost when I'm doing these little broadcasts driving home. So it's like I've said before, it's right near a fire station or firehouse, whatever they're called, and a police station. And probably some secret squirrel base that is disrupting the cell signals, spying on my every move, or something like that. Still trying to make out what that is. That is so weird. It looks like tiny little letters, smaller than the other people on the screen, I think. Don't know. Well, again, I can't pay too much attention to the chat, because I am driving. Although if I was a real YouTuber, I'd be having a phone in one hand and the dash mounted thing there, and I'll be using the phone in my hand to look at whatever the chat is saying, and then block people furiously as they say mean things, or even things I don't necessarily agree with. Dan said something and I can't read. Use the other exit. Works fine. Yeah, that's true. They'll all get me where I'm... Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. But yes, all the exits will get me to where I'm going eventually. Although I now have absolute incontrovertible proof, and I mentioned this in a short, all roads do not lead to Muckleshoot. That is false advertising. I have now been on 3 different blind roads for weeks. So all roads do not lead to Muckleshoot. One road actually led to some fancy houses where just by pure act of people I've never I was suddenly on their doorstep. Amusing. All right, I'm about to lose signal. Let's see if it happens. If it happens, goodbye all. I will see you next time I pop on and you decide to grace me with your presence. If I don't lose signal, then I'll just keep talking. It looks like I'm not. All roads lead to Rome. No, actually, there is a radio ad for Native American operated casino called the Muckleshoot, which I think is named after the tribe. But the Muckleshoot, their slogan is "All roads lead to Muckleshoot." At least one of a couple of slogans they have. But I'm really thinking that I need to find someone to help me with some sort of class action lawsuit to sort of stop that false advertising, because clearly all roads don't lead there, and I can't be the only one that's wasted gas driving down blind roads expecting to get to the Muckleshoot Casino. There's got to be other people that have done that, so definitely class action lawsuit time against the Muckleshoot Casino and whatever Muckleshoot that happens to be out there. Even if it's, Bob Muckleshoot, has nothing to do with it. He's still going to get named in the lawsuit. Him and 300 John Does. Yeah, that probably is cultural appropriation, John. John. Hi, John. Dan, I meant. Although, did I just give away your real name? Because aren't there a bunch of people trying to figure out who you really are and what your true name is, so they can cast spells or something like you're a dragon, or something? I don't know. So, yeah, John, I just gave away your true name there. Oh no, better not tell those people. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm in my driveway, and soon there will be eyeballs looking out the window saying, "Why are you just sitting in the driveway?" So I will be wrapping this up. Unless someone has some last minute questions or comments, I will try to address those. And if not, I will pack it in and talk to you guys later. I really have no concept as to how the next couple of weeks are going to be as far as me coming on here. I will definitely try to keep Monday night open, because Lord knows everyone needs to have my point of view on the 100 proofs that the Earth is not a globe. But things are just in flux at work, and I have at least one person that I'm training, maybe as many as 3. I need to understand the memo that I got today and didn't read it until very late, so I was unable to follow up with the people who sent it. But yep, at least 1, maybe 3. We'll see what the thing is. Just tell them that you're trying to decide. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what that means. But who was that said they had been here a while, that I couldn't make out the name? Who was that? That is tiny. No wonder I couldn't see it. Cancel Abe. Okay. Yeah, well, hi, Cancel Abe. I don't know if you're still here or not, but yeah, sorry I didn't acknowledge you, but your name is really small on my screen than anybody else, which is weird. But anyhow, If you've been watching this long, I think you probably should hit like, and or if you don't like what you've seen, hit dislike. Thank you either way. Subscribe, uh, do all the stuff that I'm supposed to ask you to do. And next time I happen to be somewhere where I can, maybe I'll use my free memberships to give away. But I can't do that while I'm on the phone. At least not that I know. At least not while I'm driving. And speaking of which, I should go inside. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out. That came out to watch. And there will be another spur of the moment, unsafe at any speed stream at some point. And if not before Monday, then sometime after. So, good night, all. If I can remember how to turn this off. And yeah, everyone go, Welch News Network is on almost daily. And yep, they're over there watching Chilito be an ass. So, hopefully I'll be able to get back there and watch more often again when things start settling down. Good night, all.